I felt it for the first time 5 years ago before my NEET UG. And the same thing happened yesterday. It was my first ever NEET UG full test. Out of the 720 marks, I got just 380. मेहनत तो नहीं की थी because I was just done with my board exams, and after boards I hardly got 2 days to prepare for the syllabus, which was nothing. And I know that it was not the best shot. I made a lot of silly mistakes and there was scope for improvement. But when I saw the others in my batch getting 500, 550, some even got 600 marks, I felt a shred of self-doubt. And that's when the VCS cycle started. यार मैं कर सकता हूँ क्या, मेहनत करने पे कुछ होगा क्या. But okay, I let it slide. I thought next time मेहनत करके और अच्छा लाऊंगा. And it happened. Over the course of next few tests, my marks steadily improved. I remember the one test when I crossed 500 marks. It was full test paper number 5. I was so overjoyed. I called at home and told them about it, and everything was happy flappy. Then again in the next test, boom, marks 450. यार ये कैसे हो गया, मेहनत तो ठीक चल रही थी, पेपर भी इतना कुछ ख़राब नहीं किया. I started doubting myself again, and that was the fatal mistake that could have costed me my GMC Nagpur MBBS seat. So what happens is, after the paper we get a list of the marks stuck on the notice board, and we get to see all the other marks. 480 was not a very decent score for me because I used to be around 500, 525, 530 and so. And the fact that everyone was watching that score just made it worse. I felt ashamed. I thought यार next full test नहीं दूँ क्या, थोड़ा सा और पढ़ के एक और बार try करूँगा. But then my teacher told me attempt all the full tests, and so I gave. Next test, another low score, 450 marks this time. And that was it. I was stuck too deep in that VCS cycle, self-doubt, not preparing enough, making silly mistakes in exams, getting more self-doubt. At that time, I did not know whom to call. I did not know whom to ask for help. The teachers that were with me said that they are all silly mistakes and this is just a phase and you will get over it. But इतने explanation से हमारा क्या होगा यार? The self-doubt is here. We need to change this, and I could not change my brain at that time. I think no one can. And that's when I actually started getting obsessed with the series called Naruto. And somehow, just with his tenacity flowing into me, I got over that phase. I overcame NEET and I got 585 with a seat in GMC Nagpur. Up until today, I could not understand how I did it. I could not understand how I tackled those problems. I could not understand how I fought myself in this self-doubt. But now I do, because the same thing happened yesterday. My first NEET PG subject-wise test, that was of PSM. And my exams were over just 2 days ago. 21st was surgery practical and 22, 23, just 2 days left, and I ended up spending all of them in just celebration and euphoria and whatnot. I agree that I did not study, but still, 42 questions right out of 75 was an eye-opener, an alarm and a self-doubt raiser for me. But this time, it did not affect me. And I was thinking and thinking and thinking, and last night I found the solution. So here I am telling you about it. First, you need to know how self-doubt arises in the brain. So what happens is, our brain has a set of pattern, a set of behaviors and habits that it calls normal. Anything that is not normal is considered a stress response. So yesterday's test itself was not normal for me. I was not used to giving MCQ tests since 4 years, and that had its own impact. It triggered my amygdala, and amygdala causes stress. Now, amygdala and the limbic system is where the emotional part of our brain lies. Once it knows ki, oh no, something bad has happened, that is, something out of the normal behavior has happened, it will release the stress response within seconds or milliseconds, if I may say. And that stress, that cortisol, causes tremors, causes clouding of mind and blank stares. Well, you know the stress symptoms, right? So basically, giving a test paper for your brain is like facing a lion in a life and death situation. That is the same level of stress response seen in students. So we go in the fight or flight mode. Now this stress response is actually negated and overcome by the higher centers of our brain. That is the cortex. So our past experiences, our thinking, our behavior and the things we say to ourselves are actually the keys to overcoming this self-doubt. Okay, this is the theory that all the self-help books will tell you, all the other YouTubers will tell you, and so on. What I can share you is my own experience about what I thought and what I did yesterday after I got my result. So it was around 6 o'clock in the class, and I had already drained myself because I was sitting since 11 o'clock. So it had been 7 hours and my mind was completely exhausted. We got the results as a message on the WhatsApp group of our phone, and I opened it and saw 42 out of 75, which is a decent score for the first time, as I have not read PSM since years. But still, it caused a stress response in my brain. Now my brain was telling me that I was not studying. I was not capable of cracking NEET PG. यार मेरी औकात ही क्या है, अब तक MBBS ही तो ठीक से नहीं हुआ, फाइनल ईयर में इतना स्ट्रगल करना पड़ा और अब मैं सोच रहा कि 19 के 19 सब्जेक्ट एक साल में पढ़ लूँ. These are the exact thoughts that I thought at the time. And these thoughts triggered something in my brain, and that was my pride and self-esteem. I am the person who got gold medal in first year. I am the person who cracked NEET and landed this GMC Nagpur seat. I am the person who got great score in 12th standard. I am the person who was the merit in 10th standard. I am the person who has survived all the bad events, all the tests and semesters up until now. So one mere test cannot define my capabilities. That's what I told myself. But then my brain asked me a counter question. यार ये तू बड़ी बड़ी बातें बोल रहा है, लेकिन तू कुछ कर पाएगा क्या? This is when you need to start formulating a plan for yourself. You need to keep thinking ahead in time at this point. So when my brain asked me this question, I told him, हाँ भाई प्लान तो है मेरे पास, थोड़ा सा रफ है लेकिन है. Look brain, I'll do my first division till October or November. Maybe it will take another month if my postings are too heavy. Then in the next 3 months I'll do my second division, in 2 months I'll do my third division, and in 1 month I'll do my fourth division. This is the rough plan. I know I have not formulated all the basics, I have not formulated the perfect schedule yet, but this is how I'll do it, and I know I can. But still the doubt arises in my brain. यार तूने फाइनल ईयर भी इतना स्ट्रगल किया था, यहाँ पे तो 19 सब्जेक्ट है, कैसे कर लेगा? कर लूँगा. I am going to study hard from tomorrow onwards. Even now I am studying. I am sitting in the class in 7 hours. That in itself is good enough for me. Can you get what is going on? Yes, I am talking to myself, and this is exactly what was happening in my mind when I was sitting in the class after looking at my score. I know it took a lot of persuasion to my brain, but we finally agreed on the terms that if I work hard enough, I can definitely crack this exam. So, as you can guess, first step to overcome self-doubt is talk to yourself. Don't talk negative, don't be pessimistic, be logical and be hopeful. Now, second step is about your past. You need to make sure that you remember all the achievements that you had in the past, and you never forget what path you walked through and what struggles you faced. So that when these times come again, you can tell yourself कि हाँ मैंने ये पहले भी कर लिया है, मैं ये फिर से कर लूँगा. Not a big deal. So make sure you cheer yourself up, because you are your own biggest support. Third thing, and the irony is, you are your own biggest critic. So you will come up with a lot of excuses, a lot of shortcomings that you have. यार मेरा फोकस नहीं टिकता, यार मुझे चीज़ें याद नहीं हो रही है, यार मैंने नोट्स तो बनाए ही नहीं थे, यार मैंने नोट्स पढ़े लेकिन मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, टेस्ट में तो इतने कम मार्क्स हैं, कैसे होगा? So all these self-doubts will be in your brain all the time. And this is the ugly truth that you may not be ready to hear. You will have to fight this battle with your self-doubt every single day. So how to do it? There are certain changes in your behavior that you should make for that. First of all, have a set morning routine to kickstart your day. Like my morning routine is getting up, brushing, mending my bed, having breakfast, and watching a little clip of anime on YouTube. 5 to 10 minutes will not hurt in the morning. This dopamine boost gives me the motivation to work throughout the day. No matter how yesterday was, today is a new start, and that's what you should keep your mind, and that's how you should make your morning routine. It can include meditation, it can include dancing, it can include going out for a walk. This is up to you. Do what you like, but make a morning routine. Next, what you need to do is schedule 3 important tasks for that day. Once you finish those tasks every day and make a tick on the notebook or on the whiteboard or anywhere, your brain will know that you are making progress, and that will be the driving force for you when you get your self-doubt next time. Because you'll be like, यार मैं रोज ही तो पढ़ाई करता हूँ. Look at those ticks. Look at the notebook that I filled up. Look at the notes that I read. I know that I am getting less score in my test paper, but it doesn't matter. I am working hard, I am being consistent, and I am sure I'll get better next time. So the 4 key lessons are: talk to yourself, remember the past, plan ahead in the future, and change your behavior. These are the 4 things that helped me overcome my own self-doubt. and I am sure they will help you in yours too. All the best for whichever exam you are giving, and if this video made a little change in your life, if it made you a little bit happier, please make sure that you like and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next time. This is Abhijit signing out. Bye bye.